You know, back in the 1960s, writer-director Larry Cohen had pitched an idea to Alfred Hitchcock, the great Alfred Hitchcock, about doing a movie that takes place entirely in a phone booth. And Hitchcock loved the idea. It never made it beyond the talking stage because neither director could figure out a compelling way to keep a main character trapped in a phone booth for the whole movie. If Hitchcock would have actually took the reins of that and actually made a movie, it would have been amazing because he was such an amazing director. But never came to be. But in 2002, a script written by Larry Cohen made its way onto the big screen, and that is what we're going to talk about today. Ladies and gentlemen, Colin Farrell, Forrest Whitaker, Katie Holmes, Kiefer Sutherland, Radha Mitchell, among others, in the Larry Cohen written and Joel Schumacher directed psychological thriller, Phone Booth. Yes! This movie is phenomenal. Phone Booth. So this was directed by Joel Schumacher, the late Joel Schumacher, but he wasn't the original director. Joel Schumacher was approached about it. He was already working on Flawless, which came out in 1999, and he could not do it. So Mel Gibson was up. Mel Gibson agreed to do it, but then he bailed. The Hughes brothers were up. They bailed. Michael Bay was up. He bailed. Tony Curtis was approached about it. He couldn't do it. So by the time all these directors turned it all down, Joel Schumacher was finally done with Flawless and then agreed to direct the film. So went through a lot of directors before we actually got one. So yeah, this was written by Larry Cohen. Regrettably, Cohen and Schumacher are deceased. They are no longer with us. Both phenomenal directors, phenomenal talents, and them together, this worked. Larry Cohen's script, Joel Schumacher's directorial skills. This is excellent. So as I said, yes, Colin Farrell taking the role of Stu Shepard, Kiefer Sutherland playing the caller, Katie Holmes, Radha Mitchell, and the great Forrest Whitaker. Excellent cast for this film. Excellent cast. The music, Harry Gregson Williams providing the film score. Alex, if you want to start keying that in. And there it is. Excellent film score in this. Harry Gregson Williams did a phenomenal job with this, so excellent work. So what this is about, Colin Farrell plays Stu Shepard. He is a selfish New York City publicist. He is not as important as he builds himself up to be. So he's living a false life. He is living the riches of a king, when in actuality he's more of a poser than anything. And he is also having an affair that his wife does not know about. His wife in the film is Radha Mitchell. Her name is Kelly. And he's having an affair with Pam, played by Katie Holmes. And every day, Stu goes to a phone booth, takes his wedding ring off, puts it on top of the telephone, and calls his girlfriend Pam. Well, his infidelities and his false life and his double life that he's leading catches the attention of a sadistic sniper, a.k.a. the caller, a.k.a. Kiefer Sutherland. And oh my god, Kiefer Sutherland, I've been a fan of Kiefer's for a long time, but one thing he has that creepy voice. Listen to this.
I'm aiming at you right now.
Oh man, that's just creepy. Very creepy. And Sutherland's character as the caller, he essentially holds Stu Shepard, Colin Farrell, holds Stu hostage inside the phone booth, and he is going to force him to admit his infidelities publicly. He wants him to come clean that he's not the publicist that he actually thinks he is, that he's a fraud and all this stuff. And that's what this is about. This is essentially a game of wits between two men, one trapped in a phone booth and one somewhere holding him hostage with a sniper rifle. And that's what this whole movie is about. It's a battle of wits between these two men. And just, wow, what dialogue. Larry Cohan wrote one hell of a script. He really did. And this film is very similar to another project of Larry Cohan's entitled Cellular. Very similar film, very similar style. But both films are phenomenal, and I love them both. Let's talk about casting. Stu Shepard, played by Colin Farrell, was not the original choice. Colin Farrell was not the original choice. A number of actors were either considered for or approached for the role, including Tom Cruise, Nick Cage, Will Smith, Mark Wahlberg, Jim Carrey as well. That would have been phenomenal. You know, Jim Carrey is so much known for his work in the comedy field, but it's been proven that Jim Carrey can play a serious, darn right, dark role. The Number 23, for example, if you haven't seen that, that's a Jim Carrey horror movie, essentially, and wow, was that just great. So Jim Carrey, that would have been good if Jim Carrey would have actually been cast as the role of Stu Shepard. That would have been great.
Alrighty then.
Forrest Whitaker plays Captain Ed Ramsey. He's the police captain that's, negotiating between the police and Stu. And then eventually he gets the wind that there is actually a sniper in the area. So he's the one trying to provide the support to Stu to try to get him through this. Forrest Whitaker, phenomenal actor. I mean, Last King of Scotland, Panic Room, just a lot of great roles he did. Again, Ray Liotta was at one point attached to play that role, which that would have been fine. Ray Liotta is an amazing actor, and he would have played that role perfectly. But Forrest Whitaker, I'll take Forrest Whitaker any day. Any day. So that's what this is about. The dialogue between Stu and the caller is just so good, back and forth. It's just the banter between the two, like this one.
Just tell me who you are.
No one you'd ever notice. I don't run in your circles.
Yeah, then what is it you do?
I watch.
You watch.
Yes, well, what else is there to do when life turns on you and you've retreated into some small room?
And this one.
This here's about business.
Look, this is not the only phone in New York.
This ain't it's the only one on 8th Avenue that's working now.
Bullshit. Go in a restaurant or someplace, but get
Motherfuckers,
lost.
this is my phone. God damn it, man. You done made me hurt my dick hand.
Oh, I'm sure you're just as good with the other hand. Yeah, go away.
I'll be back, motherfucker. I will be back, bitch. Get out of my way.
I was worried there for you, Stu. I thought she was going to put an eye out with that hand.
And
You shot him. Why'd you fucking shoot him?
You said yes.
I said yes, I can hear you. Not yes, kill the motherfucker.
You ought to be more careful with what you say.
one more.
You don't have to thank me, nobody ever does. I just hope your newfound honesty lasts. Because if it doesn't, you'll be hearing from me.
Absolutely amazing stuff. As we continue to hear the film score, this movie just worked. It clicked. A $13 million budget on this thing, $97+ million at the box office worldwide. So this was a financial success. This movie did it. I remember going to theaters in 2002. I actually went to see this in theaters. 2001 or 2002. It came out on... I'm trying to remember. It was one of them. But yeah, I went to theaters to see this, and I loved it in theaters, and I bought it as soon as it came out. I mean, this was the original copy that I bought when it came out on DVD, and I still have it, and it still works perfectly. So, yeah, if you haven't seen Phone Booth, definitely watch it. It's gonna get an A+. I have no choice. It's so good. It's so good. And Cellular, too. If you haven't seen Cellular, make sure you pick that up as well. This film and another project of Kiefer Sutherland's, a couple parallels between the two. Phone Booth and a TV series called 24. In 24, the series is shot in real time. Each episode represents 1 hour in the same day. So, Phone Booth is also shot in real time. 24 uses a lot of split screens during the episodes. This uses a bunch of split screens as well. So they were filmed very much similar. They both star Kiefer Sutherland. So I think that's kind of interesting. A lot of parallels between that. 24. If you haven't seen 24, if you want to binge watch a good TV series, pick up 24. I believe they're all on Hulu right now. I think they're all on Hulu. You can get them on Amazon Prime, but I think you got to pay for each season. Check out Hulu. Head over there, and I think you'll find every season of 24. There were nine seasons of 24 in the original story. And then they made a 24 legacy standalone film that had some things in common with the original series, but it was a standalone TV series. So you have 10 seasons worth of stuff that you can view. So make sure you go to Hulu and check out 24 if you haven't seen it yet. It's pretty damn good. So, yeah, again, I don't give spoilers on this channel, so I don't want to spoil anything for Phone Booth for you. Make sure you check it out. You want the ultimate testimonial? Play it, Alex.
New York City. 12 million people. 22 million phones. A billion connections a day.
I believe in you, man. Big Q, be reasonable.
I'm a gangster. I don't gotta be reasonable.
Cutting out.
I'm gonna kill
Hello?
you, crap.
Big
You
Q.
keep talking about.
Stu Shepard thought he had the game wired.
How's business? Tickets. 4 for Britney Spears, right?
So you owe me, Stu.
It's gotta be the night of the 18th, and I will deliver you a truckload of celebrities.
But today, someone's got his number.
Yeah.
Don't even think about leaving that booth.
Wrong number, pal.
I'm aiming at you right now. Can you feel it, Stu?
Did you call me Stu? Who is this?
Someone who enjoys watching you. I have a 30 caliber bolt action 700 with a hands-hold tactical scope.
You mean like a rifle?
At this range, the exit wound ought to be about the size of a small tangerine.
You're bluffing.
There's only one way to find out.
Oh my God, you shot him.
Look at all of the people, Stu.
He's the shooter.
I've seen him.
It wasn't me. What did I do to deserve this? How? Why me?
If you have to ask, then you're not ready to know yet.
Put down the gun and raise your hands.
Where's the gun? You see a gun?
I want to see you toss away your weapon.
And I didn't shoot anybody.
I just want to hear your side of it. That's all.
If you tell him, I will kill you.
I ain't got no side of it.
You're in this position because you're not telling the truth.
I'm in this position because you've got a gun.
Come on, Stu. Don't you get the game yet? Confess your sins, Stuart.
Hang up.
Stu hasn't been totally honest with you. His wife looks very angry.
He said he wasn't married.
Leave her out of this.
I have your wife here with me.
This is exciting. You get to choose between them. Kelly, Pam, bam, bam.
Get her out of here, all right?
They're in position.
I give the orders here.
Look, I'm sure we can work this out.
It's do or die time. 1,
Hold your fire!
2, 3.
If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again.
That trailer right there. As soon as I saw that trailer, I don't remember what movie I was watching. It was somewhere in the theaters, and that trailer popped up, and I was like, oh, that's good. Definitely get out there, watch Phone Booth, watch Cellular, hit up 24. You got a lot of work to do. So that is Phone Booth. It's a gripping, edgy, and just fun to watch psychological thriller. Directed by Joel Schumacher, the late Joel Schumacher, and written by the late Larry Cohen. You'll love it, I promise you. A lot of good stuff in that. So what's going on the race reels? There's a lot coming up. I was just on vacation. I'm going back for Labor Day weekend. I can't wait. I'm sure I'll be live down there to see you guys again. What do we have coming up? Coming up next on the race reels, we got Willem Dafoe, Edward Furlong, Tom Arnold, Steve Buscemi, Mickey Rourke, Danny Trejo, among others. We have one of the most underrated prison movies out there. On the inside, the rules are brutal and the stakes are high. We have The Animal Factory, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we got up next here on the race reels. The Animal Factory, directed by Steve Buscemi, based on the novel by Edward Bunker. I can't wait to review this. This is fun to watch. There's a lot of good prison movies out there. My personal favorite is The Shawshank Redemption, which, that's just amazing. But The Animal Factory, this could come in second, to be honest with you. It's that damn good. So that's what we got coming up on the race reels. I look forward to that. As always, hit me up on social media, all forms. Facebook at the race reels, Twitter at the race reels. Hit me up on YouTube so you can view all of our videos over on YouTube. And if you want to follow me personally, I do a lot of fun stuff on Instagram at The Ryan Race. I'm in the pro wrestling, movies. You'll see a combination of both on my official Instagram page. So, Alex, if you could throw some of that on the page for me, I would appreciate that. As always, Alex, thank you very much. Stay away from the church, though. Appreciate that. Love you. Thank you very much, Alex. Appreciate it. And thank you all for supporting the race reels. We got a lot of great stuff coming up. As always, I'm Ryan Race. You wish you were. And I will see you all very soon.